This video is brought to you by...
I'm switching lanes so much, man. They can never get behind me, man. Yeah, I'm taking it all away, man. I ain't playing with them, man. One thing is the key, man. It's consistency, man. It don't matter, man, how good the product is, man. If you ain't out there, man, to get rid of it, man, the supply to demand, man, you going down, man. You in it for nothing, man. Get with me, man. I'm starting a whole league, man. Get with me, man. Get with the winning team, man. Cool Green Clothing. We going all the way. And we coming straight out of Baltimore.
What is going on, YouTube fam? It's your boy Tony 2Times, and we back with another episode of the Baltimore Way, man. Before I start, be sure to tap that like button. Definitely watch this video to the end to hear the full story. Subscribe if you're new to the fam. Hit that notification bell for future uploads. I'm a little under the weather. I got a little bug, so my voice might sound a little shaky. I've been down bad for the last few days, but I had to check in with y'all, so let's get right into it. Trap life. Some people jump in the streets, make a name for themselves, and can make money. But there's a lot of other factors that come in play, like your face card being good, doing business the right way, not taking people off, or being cruddy. But the fact of the matter is, when most people first jump off the porch, that's exactly what they do to come up. It's Doug eat Doug, and some choose to get over, finesse, sell cut, take people off, or whatever, until they can get in position to buy real product and play the game straight up. But by that time, you already created enemies. Unless you have a plug flooding you with work, everyone I know, including myself, have did some questionable things to make some money. But the streets talk and have a set of rules that only individuals out there in the mix understand. Unfortunately, certain mistakes can be fatal. For instance, if you are selling smack, you go to cop from your connect and you let your contacts know, like, yo, the shipment is in. It's business as usual, but you might not know the product is not no good until your peoples call you and say their customers not filling that batch. It happens. As far as a bunch of hands that touch most narcotics before they hit the streets. Some take it as a loss, but some want to see bloodshed. And on this episode of the Baltimore Way, we will be discussing a case of an alleged drug deal that turned fatal for one man and a life sentence for another. According to sources, on May 14th, 2020, in the late night hours, BPD were alerted from a shot spotter call in 100 block of Violet Hill White Way, right across the street from the University of Maryland's School of Pharmacy. When police arrived, they found the man laying on the ground next to a silver Acura, suffering from multiple gunshot wounds. He was rushed to a local shock trauma where unfortunately he would not survive. The man was later identified as 26-year-old Ronald Lewis. Back on the crime scene, as police located shell casings, they also spoke to witnesses. Some say they saw the silver Acura pull up with Ronald driving. And not long after, a black Nissan Altima pulled up. When Ronald approached the Altima, shots went off. Then the car drove off. Detectives also realized city watch cameras had caught footage of the Acura following the Nissan that had damage to the rear driver's side bumper. Both whips turned towards Violet Hill. A little after shots rung out, as police checked Ronald's cell phone records to see who he was meeting up with, they allegedly saw texts between Ronald and 27 different people, with alleged clientele contacting him to buy fentanyl, smack, coke, and perks. It was one contact under the name Cliff Cuz. Days leading to the shooting, the messages between Cliff Cuz and Ronald were pointing to the man feeling like Ronald had sold him some bad product. It was multiple FaceTime calls and texts between the two men. They planned to meet up on the 5200 block of Lot Raven on May 13th at 7 o'clock p.m. Then on the night of the shooting, they planned to meet up again near the 700 block of Vine Street. Searching the number for the contact Cliff Cuz, BPD was able to link the number to 23-year-old Clifford Knight. And by searching Clifford's social media and phone records, they connected him to another man that owned a black Nissan Altima with damage. Allegedly, Clifford's cell phone was disconnected 6 hours after the shooting, but he was still free with only circumstantial evidence against him. Until May 27th, a man was arrested in possession with the gun that matched the same shell casings from the scene of the shooting of Ronald. With this information and the murder weapon, BPD painted a picture of Clifford setting Ronald up for an ambush and a false pretense of copping some product from the young man. But the man felt as though Ronald sold him a bad batch prior. Cell phone calls showed the two men talked 15 minutes before the shooting, and Clifford also contacted the owner of the black Altima a few hours after the murder. A warrant for murder was put out on Clifford, and the task force eventually located the young man and took him into custody. As the case made the trial at the Baltimore City Circuit Courthouse, Clifford's lawyer pointed out there wasn't no hard evidence against his client. Nobody pointed him out in the lineup, no fingerprints, all circumstantial evidence. Ronald's family spoke out, stating he wasn't perfect and had a past, but he was on track to turn his life around. Clifford would speak out on his own behalf, sending prayers to Ronald's family, but also stating he did not shoot the young man and he was innocent. But with cell phone records and the alleged motive being revenge, a 12-person jury found Clifford Knight guilty of second-degree murder, use of a handgun in a violent crime, and other charges. The key evidence being Clifford's phone and the other man who got caught with the murder weapon, phones pinging right next to each other the night of the hit. Also, calls made after the murder, allegedly to the man who had the murder weapon as well. Clifford was eventually sentenced to life with all but 50 years suspended. Rest in peace to Ronald. I send my prayers and condolences to his family. I'm not here to pass judgment on either one of these men. It's sad that the streets politics and a couple dollars can turn the situation fatal. More of this story, the streets make their own rules. You can be doing everything right, playing by the book, but all it takes is one mistake, and it's all over. But what stands out to me is when Ronald Peoples said he was trying to get away from the lifestyle, sometimes we had warning signs before it's over. For anybody out there, if you want to leave the streets, just leave. Don't worry about what people say. Real friends and family will salute you. And anybody against it never want to see you win anyway. As for Clifford, a life sentence for an alleged bad deal. If that is the case, now it's all over. No money to be made. Sometimes we got to step back and think above the street politics, because they obviously get us killed or life in prison. But hey, that's the Baltimore way. Man, crazy story, you feel me? Rest in peace that young man. Rest in peace to Ronald, you know what I mean? His people said he wasn't perfect, but he was trying to change his life around. He was trying to do the right things. And sometimes it be like that, man. And it just be that one day. We might be saying, like, tomorrow we going to chill, we going to go get a job, or we going to start a clothing brand, whatever. But that day might not come, because them streets, they play by their own set of rules, you feel me? You might not even know you done made an enemy, but you done made an enemy. And a lot of times, I don't know what the situation was. Like I said, this all alleged. They saying it's about a bad sale, some bad product. But sometimes what people got to understand, Ronald might have got took off. He might not even know the product was bad, if that was the case. You see what I'm saying? So it be like that sometimes, man. But yeah, I ain't gonna talk y'all head off, man. My voice cracking a little bit. But let me know what y'all think about this one in the comments. I appreciate you if you made it to the end. It's all love, fam. If you want to contact me, hit me up at tony2times.biz@gmail.com. Love y'all, fam. I'm out.